Hi gamers, it's me. This video is part 2 of my 2-part comprehensive guide for unlocking the Skyscale mount through the A New Friend achievement that was added with the Secrets of the Obscure expansion in Guild Wars 2. This guide is created intentionally from a newer account perspective, and as such, the footage will not be the most efficient way to complete the objectives, but rather provide more context for those who enjoy more of a visual guide that they can follow along with. This video will cover the final 2 collections, growing comforts and saddle materials, along with some tips for farming SotO map currencies and increasing your mastery XP gain to aid in the final step of the Skyscale unlock, which is to fully train rising spirits. I hope this helps and enjoy. The first item in the collection does not need to be completed first, obviously, but is Skyscale Treat. Skyscale Treat can be redeemed from Skyscale Trainer Diane for 12 pieces of Skyscale food. Skyscale food can be traded directly from Diane again for the materials that you can currently see on screen, which includes charged crystal quartz, slabs of meat, globs of ecto, and piles of bloodstone dust. The charged crystal quartz are most likely going to be the limiting factor for newer accounts. That is because it is a craftable item that can only be crafted once per account per day. In order to create a charged crystal quartz, you need to take 25 crystal quartz in your inventory to a place of power to charge them. Places of power are simply specific hero point objectives throughout Tyria that can be re-interacted with to charge the quartz. I'm going to show you the only place of power that I have used in my entire life outside of the home instance, because it's the only one I need. I'm a Silvari main, and it's in the very first map that you will go to, in Caledon Forest. All of the closest waypoints that I use in this video will be listed in the pinned comment, along with some additional resources for you. Alternatively, if you wish to speedrun the collection, you can buy pieces of Skyscale food off the trading post at approximately 4 gold each at the time of recording this. Newer players might be wondering why it's so expensive. That is because of the time-gated once per account per day material, the charged crystal quartz that is required to obtain the item, and thus it can be somewhat profitable. If you were to buy all 12 off the trading post, you're probably looking at around 50 gold. Once you have all 12 pieces, return to Diane in Skywatch Archipelago and trade for the Skyscale Treat. All but 3 of the remaining objectives require you to kill a specific enemy until the item drops. I will show you the locations that I went to, the routes that I took, and provide the waypoints down below. There are, of course, additional locations where these types of enemies can spawn in the game, so feel free to go where you know best. The first of these kill quest items is Tasty Kryptis skin obtained from defeating Kryptis, so we're about to go rifting. The next Tasty Trail Ration is obtained from defeating Jotun enemies. For this, I'm going to Dredgehaunt Cliffs to Hesdalen Kenning Waypoint. Next up, tasty Devourer Carapace, obtained from defeating Devourers. For this, I went to the Plains of Ashford in Ascalon, just outside of Black Citadel, and I believe I get it off of the first Devourer. I did, yes. However, just north of where I am is a place called Devourer's Mouth, which is where you'll find a few more Devourer enemies. Next is tasty Chak legs, obtained from defeating Chak enemies. I simply went to Tangled Depths, killed the first Chak enemy I saw, and again, get it immediately. Easy clap. Tasty moss-covered bark is obtained from defeating treant enemies. These are the sort of quadrupedal tree-looking folk that walk around. I wasn't too sure of this one, but I knew Queensdale had this particular like red forest area that had a bunch of oak-heart enemies. This one took a little bit longer, but I believe in you. Next is tasty Wurm segment, obtained from defeating Wurm enemies. On my way to where I completed this on my main account, just below Dermond Priory, which is in Lorna's Pass, I noticed there were some worms at this bridge that I'm just heading over now. Decided to hop off my raptor and go kill some, and then I got it immediately. But I still wanted to unlock that waypoint for guild missions, so I'm going to show you where I know there are additional worms as well. Next, we're going to Mediocre province to defeat oozes for tasty ooze-cured meat. I accidentally got this in the first part of the guide when I was killing the elemental enemy to get to the hidden garden jumping puzzle. There are also some worms at this place, so 2 for the price of 1 maybe. In Mediocre province specifically, there are some hero points. No, there's not. I mean, there is, but that's not there are some heart missions that are associated with ooze enemies that you can quite easily kill, and specifically this one over here has a event that spawns multiple like mini waves of oozes, so you should be able to get it very, very easily and very quickly here. So this is the actual final one, which is a forged ankle joint. I'm just going to Noon in Crystal Oasis because it's like one of the only waypoints I have, and I know that there are some forged that spawn on farmland nearby. The Desolation would be a much better map for this, but as you can see, I didn't have anything on the Desolation. So yeah. The final 3 items of this collection are purchase items. For this first one, the bird whistle, you have to speak to a Char NPC called Gortho. Gortho is involved in a number of events around this bridge. He returned, his squad rolled up, and then I could speak to him and purchase the whistle. He's not actually a Char, what is he, an ogre? Yeah. The Quaggan Plushie is at the Wizard's Tower, so here I'm just using my Wizard's Tower teleportation scroll. If you do not have this, feel free to check out my guide on how to obtain it. To buy the Quaggan Plush for 10 gold. At ArenaNet, please make real Quaggan Plushies that are better than the ones that you had with your previous merchandise vendor. Cough. The final purchase is the heavy duty Dolyak blanket, which can be purchased from a heart vendor in Lorna's Pass. You will have to complete the heart vendor if you have not yet in order to be able to speak to the NPC. In total, the gold cost for these 3 items is 2 plus 10 plus 3, which comes to a total of... You got it, 15. The first person who sends me an in-game mail with the words "Uwu heavy duty blanket," I will reply with the 15 gold to reimburse you. Thank you for watching. Once you have all of the items, head back to Skywatch Archipelago, speak to Diane, and she'll be like, hey, well done, but you're not done yet. The next collection that we're going to cover is the Skyscale saddle materials. Now, all of these items are simply bought from faction provisioner vendors across the SotO maps. To buy all of them, you will need 375 of the map-specific currency, so that is the static charges for Skywatch Archipelago and the pinches of Stardust for Omnitos. Along with that, you will also need 3 provisioner tokens per item for a total of 30 and 500 total Kryptis Essence of Despair, which is the blue common rarity. You can check how many provisioner tokens, static charges, and pinches of dust you have from the wallet view of your inventory. For newer accounts, provisioner tokens may be a limiting factor. In addition to this guide, in the middle of editing this video, I created a daily provisioner token video that you can go check out, which details how you can get up to 17 provisioner tokens daily, providing that you have the Heart of Thorns expansion. Go check it out if you need some provisioner tokens. Before we get into purchasing the items from the faction provisioner vendors, I'm going to give you some hints and tips on farming the static charges and the pinches of stardust in the SotO maps. First off, with the most recent update on the, I believe, 12th of September, they added a small amount of currency as reward from opening the greater and lesser arcane chests. This is in addition to the previous rewards and the unusual coins that you would get from them. For these, you will need to have the masteries unlocked. Another plug I'm going to put here is I made a video for farming greater arcane chests in Skywatch Archipelago, which is why I have more of the static charges than I do pinches of stardust. I've not found an effective route in Omnitas. There just aren't that many greater chests in that map, and one of them is locked behind the Lear event, which can be difficult to spawn. However, in addition to the arcane chests, the map currencies can be farmed through the little light orbies that are floating around in the sky. Collecting these orbs provides a small amount of currency, but if you find a cute little route, it actually adds up quite nicely. I'm going to show you the route that I take in Skywatch Archipelago, starting from Draknar's Light. From the waypoint, I go up in a spiral around the dwarven statue, and then I make my way up to the wizard's tower, and then I make my way back down and into the forge area to collect the ones around the forge. Now, back to the collection. There are 10 items that need to be bought. Split between the two maps, there is 5 in Skywatch Archipelago and 5 in Omnitas. The items are bought from the faction provisioner NPCs, which are located and marked on the map through the anvil icon with the coins next to them. Simply head to each of the waypoints that have a faction provisioner icon nearby, visit them, purchase their item, and move along. Once you have bought all of the items from the faction provisioner NPCs, you can return to Skyscale Trainer Diane and get Dono Walled, because the last thing that you need to do to unlock your Skyscale is fully max out the Rising Spirits Mastery track within Flight Training. To do this, I went rifting, and to increase my XP gain I used whatever celebration or birthday boosters I could find, along with some fireworks that I bought off the trading post, and I made sure that I had food and utility because 9 times out of 10 they will give you bonus XP on kills, and with rifting you kill quite a few enemies. One thing that I did not remember to do is to visit my guild hall and make sure that I had bonus XP. So make sure to go do that. If you need a guild invite and you would like to join Cute Gamer Girls, let me know. once you have that complete, return to Skyscale Trainer Diane, and you will now have unlocked your Skyscale mount. Congratulations, I am proud of you.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up! We did it!
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and hopefully interact with this video, the Provisioner video, the Arcane Chest video, the Part 1 video, any of the other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, all that good stuff. I had a lot of fun making these videos. I felt like I needed a bit of a break from the game, and this let me channel my creative energy and still do something in the community for the community that was therapeutic for me in the end still. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and if there's anything else that you would like to see a guide on, please let me know. And have a great day.